Hi, it's Linda, and it's Friday, and so we have friends coming over tonight to work on our songs that we're going to be singing this Sunday for the senior retirement place. We're a part of a worship group called Tapestry. We sing every other Sunday morning, do a Sunday morning service for these sweet, precious seniors at Arcadia Retirement Place. Anyway, I try to make a dessert for the group when they come over. And so I'm trying to get back to how I did things when I first made Goal at Weight Watchers. And so one of the things is, of course, I did all these recipes. I have over 80, probably close to 90 recipes now on YouTube and on my website. So I kind of got stagnant. I've been trying to recreate things simpler, not having to put all my equipment up like I did because I was just getting so tired. Anyway, this is a very easy recipe, and I'm going to make it for our dessert for tonight. And it's called Easy Double Chocolate Frosted Cake Brownies. This is all the ingredients you're going to need. I'm going to use 1 box of sugar-free brownie mix, Pillsbury sugar-free brownie mix. I'm going to use a half of a box of the sugar-free chocolate cake mix, and then 1 can of diet root beer. You can use any kind of diet soda you want. It's just this is my favorite. It's the only diet drinks I buy, and I love it. So any type of a diet soda will work, but diet A&W root beer is really good. Getting hard to find though. And then a half a cup of unsweetened applesauce. No sugar added, and 2 eggs. And then once they're cooled, I'm going to frost them a little bit with the Pillsbury sugar-free chocolate fudge frosting. I'm also going to add a little bit of chopped walnuts to mine for 1 additional point because we love chopped walnuts. I'm going to make them in my, 9 by 13 cake pan. So I'm going to cut 12 pieces, which will make nice sized brownies instead of your little square ones. And so that way everybody tonight will have a nice size. And keeping it real here. And so when I plug this into my Weight Watchers app, I've got it all here on my personal points, which I will post this recipe later. My personal points, with them being frosted, it's 5 points for each serving. Makes 12 servings. If you don't want to frost them, it's 4 points per. But 1 extra point. I love the little extra chocolate frosting on top. You can also add a little bit of finely chopped walnuts. And if you do a half a cup and evenly spread it across the brownies, the whole brownie mixture, it's only one more point per serving, which I will be doing. So these are 5 points per serving, but with the walnuts, mine will be 6. Very worth it. I was looking up points on brownies. Store-bought brownies and restaurant brownies are crazy in points, of course. And they range from 18 on the low end of a store-bought one up to 69 in a high-end restaurant. I can't believe that, but I do remember getting a brownie somewhere that was really high. So this is going to be good for tonight. And of course, they will probably have a little bit of sugar-free Breyer's vanilla ice cream with this. Okay, here I go. I'm going to take all these ingredients and mix them together. I will be right back. Oh, I'm going to lightly spray my 9 by 13 cake pan with butter-flavored pan. You want to set your oven to 350 degrees. Let it preheat while you mix your ingredients together. Okay, I've whisked my 2 eggs together. I like to put my liquids in first, which is something you should do when you're doing baking. Then I'm going to pour in my diet root beer. Get that going. Woohoo! Okay, I just added 2 slightly beaten eggs, and I was getting ahead of myself here. And I poured in the can of diet root beer. Now I'm adding the unsweetened applesauce. One of these little containers is a half a cup, just the right size. I'm going to add that. I'm going to do all your liquids first, then add your dry ingredients. So I've got that all in there. I'm going to lightly mix this together, and then I'm going to add the brownie mix, whole package of the brownie mix. Let me put this here, and here. And then I'm going to do a half a package of the cake mix, which is 1.5 cups. And so it's 1.5 cups of the sugar-free cake mix and 1 package of the brownie mix. I'll be right back. Okay, I lightly whisked the ingredients together. Now I'm going to put it in my mixer. Let the mixer run until it's all well blended. Before you put it in your, I said blender, I meant mixer. Before you put it in the mixer or use a hand mixer, make sure, in case you're, not used to baking, but you want to make sure that you take a spoon and you spoon down the sides to get all the dry ingredients mixed a little bit together. So we get all of that together. Now it's going to go in the mixer. Okay, I have my mixer on low right now. You always want to start it off on low. Then I'm going to turn it up so it can blend for like probably another minute on a medium to high. Okay, I finished mixing it. Now these are cake brownies. So they're not going to be as thick when you're pouring it like a regular brownie mix. They're going to be more the cake kind. If you want them thicker, you could use the whole package of the cake mix, and that'll make it thicker, but then you're going to have to add the extra points too. And this is a good brownie to me. So anyway, so that's what I'm doing, and I'm pouring this into a 9x13 baking pan baking dish that I've sprayed with non-stick butter spray. And it's going to go in the oven now at 350 for about 30-35 minutes. I'll let you know exactly how long it took by the time it's done. And this should make 12 servings. I'm going to cut this into 12 pieces when it's done at 5 points per serving. That's with them iced. If you don't want them iced, it's only going to be 4 points per serving, at least on my plan. If you're on Weight Watchers, you know the different plans can be different. A lot of them are pretty close to the same, but you'll want to put the ingredients into your Weight Watchers app and then figure out your own points. So it's going to go in the oven right now. Okay, while the brownies are cooking, I cleaned up all of my mess here, got everything all clean, and it's getting close to dinner time, so I prepped a light salad, somewhat I call like a summer salad, to go with our dinner tonight. This is all 0 points on Weight Watchers, and I get extra points back for all the vegetables that are in it. Many of you have probably made this before, but it's just one of my favorites, one of my husband's favorites. He could just eat this whole bowl himself, which is good for him. But I just diced up like 3 Roma tomatoes and 1 cucumber and a half of a red onion, added some garlic salt and some pepper. And then I have some fresh herbs in my garden, so I went and picked some rosemary, fresh basil, and mint. And I chopped all of that up, lightly chopped up the basil and the mint, and finally chopped up the rosemary, of course. Threw it all in with a little bit of garlic salt and, like I say, and pepper, and some, I think probably about a half a cup to 1 cup of apple vinegar. And you see, what else did I add? And then I added a can of corn because I love corn. Many times I add garbanzo beans to this, which will give it protein also, but I'm out. And so I added the corn, which I like. And this will be our side dish to go with our dinner tonight. I'm probably going to make us some chicken or something like that. Haven't decided, but this will go in the refrigerator and chill. I think my brownies are about ready. Okay, it baked for 30 minutes. I checked it after 25. You can see little pokes in it. And it wasn't quite ready, so I set the timer 5 more minutes. So 30 minutes was perfect. And as you can see, it raised up pretty good size. It'll be just right. These will be some nice slices when I slice it to 12. I'm gonna let it cool now, and then after it cools another hour or so, probably after we eat, then I'm going to frost it with the Pillsbury sugar-free chocolate fudge frosting. And it'll probably be about half of a container is what I'm going to be using, which will add, well, the points I included in this, which is 5 points per piece. If you don't add this, it's only 4 points on my plan at least. And so now I'm going to get back to making my dinner. I showed you the cucumber tomato salad that I made, and I'm going to now make some salmon and some shrimp. My husband doesn't like salmon, but I do, so I'm having salmon. He's going to have some shrimp for dinner to go along with our summer salad. Okay, they're finished, and I frosted it with the Pillsbury sugar-free chocolate fudge frosting. And like I said, it's only 1 point per serving, so I included it on ours. And so each slice of this will be 5 points. Just going to get 12 slices out of this. I used 12 tablespoons, or 11. Didn't even use maybe about a third. It's about a third of one of these containers. And it was plenty. I kept going over and over on it, as you can see. And so it's plenty of frosting. Just use this to frost it with. Oops. And I'm getting hungry now. I've got dinner going too. And my husband just got home. So now I have a half a cup of finely chopped nuts. You don't have to put this on. These are finely chopped walnuts. And somehow the great value ones are 1 point lower, which are Walmart. And I just washed my hands. So a half a cup is only 1 point per brownie. So we'll see. I'm going to lightly sprinkle, see how much this goes on here. Might even get by with just a quarter of a cup, because you just want to sprinkle a little bit on it. I think that's all I'm going to do is like a quarter of a cup, because this looks pretty good. Want it just kind of like a little garnish, but also adds a little extra flavor, of course. I'm going to cut a little slice and do a little sneak test before everybody gets here. Okay, a quarter of a cup of finely chopped nuts. These are walnuts. Is plenty. So it may not even change the points at all. So it's between 4 and 5 on my plan. And looks so good. I'm going to cut a slice. Okay, I just sliced it 4 down this way. So if you cut it in half and then cut them in half again, and then 3 this way, gives you 12 pieces. So they're like cake-sized pieces instead of your little tiny brownie pieces. Each one of these is between 4 and 5 points, like this, frosted with the little nuts. I just took a tiny piece out of the corner one here and tried it. They're super moist, more like a cake, but thicker texture like the brownies. And they turned out really good. Can't wait to serve them tonight for our group. Enjoy. Okay, well, it's all finished, and I served it tonight for our worship team. We were so busy trying to hurry up and get the practice done that we served it right away, and I didn't get a chance to get everybody's opinion, but they all were going, it tasted really good. And so each person got a piece of cake like this. So I call it cake, but it's a brownie. It's a brownie cake, and it's lightly frosted. And I put 1 scoop of sugar-free Breyers with it also. You don't have to do that, but this one piece right here is 5 points without the nuts and 6 points with the nuts. It was really good, very, very moist, and turned out really good. Hope you enjoy the recipe. Thank you.